Hi everybody, Richard Tremblers here again at Artificial Lawyer TV. Today we're doing another product walkthrough. This time we're looking at LawVu, and to tell us more about it is Charlie. Hey Charlie.
Richard, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Good to have you on the show. I'm going to disappear in time-honored fashion, but I understand you're going to show us today matter management, and I will come back at the end, but please take it away.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for having me. I'm one of the solutions consultants here at LawVu. My name's Charlie Serocold. I'm a UK attorney, but I've spent the greater part of my career in legal operations and legal consulting. And part of my job at LawVu is to give demos of the tool and help prospects understand through workflows, processes, and reports how LawVu can make their lives so much easier. And so what we're going to look at today is matter management. LawVu itself, I'm just sharing my screen here, is a cloud-based legal workspace designed specifically for in-house legal teams. And what we're looking at here are some of the features that LawVu offers. Companies often have something for intake, matters, contracts, spend, documents, and reports. And you can buy separate tools for these, but there are challenges to separate tools, as it can lead to data silos, inefficiency, and a lack of transparency. LawVu, if you look on the right part of the slide here, combines all these features into one place with analytics and reporting features and embedded AI, significantly enhancing the user experience. So what we're looking at today is matter management capabilities, a feature that every LawVu customer uses. The other modules that LawVu offers are optional, contracts and spend. We get a lot of positive feedback on our matter management capabilities. Before diving in, let's just start with defining a matter. What is a matter? And in LawVu, a matter can be thought of as legal requests or anything that requires legal involvement, a piece of work, a task, or a deliverable that needs to be completed by the in-house legal team. This slide goes on to speak about some of the challenges that legal teams face and the solutions that LawVu can provide: centralizing data, saving time with workflows, standard processes, increased transparency. And we'll take a look at how LawVu solves some of these problems in a moment. So I just moved into the LawVu hub or homepage, which is the legal team's workspace. A member of the legal team lands here upon logging into their workspace. It's where most of the legal users start their day, and information housed in LawVu will be surfaced up to your hub. So you can view information on matters directly here. You've got favorite and recent matters. These tabs here along the top. You've got action items. You've got a planner with points of deadlines and due dates. You've got to-dos down here. You've got intake lists, high priority lists of matters, and you've got contracts that you're working on down at the bottom here. Some of the things you can find on the hub. So matter intake or legal requests made by the business is a subject of a separate workflow, but I will just highlight here that there is a business portal for business users to send matters to the legal team. So they can click on Get Help from Legal here, and they can fill out a few fields, and this goes into the legal team in their intake queue for them to work on. Another way to get matters into the system is through our email integration. This is very popular with our clients, and we can create matters from an email, add emails to matters, and anytime an email is replied to or forwarded on, it automatically will be saved into LawVu. So let's just assume I've got this email that's been received by a member of the legal team. Please add as a new matter, Helix and Zinc. Here is the email here with a document that's attached to it. I would open up my LawVu add-in on the right-hand side, which is what I'm hovering over here on the right, and I click on Plus New. And the first thing I'm asked to do is, after I give it a name, is choose the matter type. So I'll just leave the name as the name of the email. Choose the matter type. And you can see a list of matter types here. These are set up on the back end during implementation, and each matter type has its own data points. And it's these data points that you'll use to track the details of a matter, report on, and drive workflows and standardized processes. For example, an advice matter type is going to have different data points. You can see region, department, and due date background here. It's going to have different data points to, say, a certificate of insurance matter type. This matter type, certificate of insurance, is going to have insured party name, insurer TPA policy number, and so forth. Okay. Once I fill out this form, I can see the save icon at the bottom. And by clicking on Save Email, I'm saving all the emails in this conversation, and I'm saving future replies and forwards into LawVu. So this email will be found in the Files tab of a matter, which we'll look at, And in these saved and tracked icons, you can see in this email on the left here, which I'm sort of hovering over, these little icons, saved and tracked, you'll see an email here, meaning that they are being saved into LawVu. So you know that you're replying to this email, it's being also saved into LawVu. Okay, so once a matter is generated, I've gone back into LawVu here. Once a matter is generated, it'll appear in the matters grid, which is essentially a matters repository. And it's from here that you can apply the data points that you've collected to create curated reports, which we call views. My views here, I've got 12. I'm currently in the all matters view. I've got 1,192 matters in here, which lists all the matters that I can see. Permissions can be set so that I can only see a subset of these, and you can restrict matters entirely to just those particular users. This one here has got a little lock icon next to it, ZN25 employee. And if I just click into this ZN29 employee, you can see that only these two members, myself and Mark, would be able to see that matter in the repository and have access to it. My matters below, this 49, this lists all the matters I'm actively working on. And the intake list below that, this is subject of another walkthrough, lists all the matters which are yet to be assigned to a manager. So they're queued up for someone to take that action. I've got a list of these views below. These are lists of matters that have been curated, filtered and sorted to reflect those matters that I might find valuable. For example, I might need to see my matters working with Satisfaction Legal Group, outside counsel. I might like to see matters opened over 2 years ago. I might like to see urgent matters, active urgent matters. I've created these views by choosing the relevant data points from those available to me, i.e. those that have been created and applied to a matter. So let's just explore that a little bit. So you can see the data points in this all matters view. I can see the name of the matter, the ID, status update, matter manager, and matter assigned date. And I can select, if I click on this columns icon on the right-hand side, these are all the data points that have been added to a matter somewhere that I can add to my view. So once I've done that, for example, I can click on urgent matters active, and this list comes up of urgent matters. So I can see the name of the matter, the state of the matter is active. I can see that it's urgent, and then I've got a few other data points in here. So let's just dig into a matter itself. And I've just opened up this matter that we've got, litigation AMC against Celentra. Let me just explore a little of what you can do here. So I can see here the name of the matter. I can see a status update. I can see the owner, that's the person who created the matter. I can see the matter manager, that's the person who's managing the matter. In this case, this is outside counsel. And they can be assigned tasks to work on files, upload invoices, and appear in spend reporting. And we can see various tabs along the bottom here. So starting with the details tab on this left panel here, I can see the matter type. This is a breach of contract. I can see the team assigned. I've got some tags on it. I've got who added it. I can see whether it's urgent or not. I've got some notes down at the bottom here. Notes are easy. It's easy to make a note. I would just click on add a note to this matter. Notes are just easy to just use to get by new members to get up to speed. You can record ideas and thoughts, and you can use AI to summarize these notes, which is what this little sparkle next to it is. You can see the AI summarize these notes. The right-hand panel here, the matter details, still on details. The right-hand panel here has a bit more information, including the background, department, due date, priority. We've got the risk, complexity, and significance as scales here, and you can easily edit and amend all these details. The scope management tab, this is for spend management. We won't spend any time on that today. We've got the tasks tab. If I just click into that, this gives me the ability to create and assign tasks to internal users or external outside counsel in this case. Valuable in a couple of ways. Time savings for sure, but also allows our customers to use this as an opportunity to set and strengthen standard ways of working, simplify these tasks. And it's a big upgrade from having a system that like this, has in place. And so we'll hop over contracts and we'll go to files. This is where the emails would be saved. And if I scroll down here, you can find this is one of the emails. I just click on the emails tab and you'll see the email that was used to set up this matter. You can save all sorts of files here: Word, Excel, PDFs, emails, PNGs, JPEGs. Document management is totally embedded in the system, one less piece of tech to worry about. Very important for legal teams as documents and emails form the bulk of your system of record. So the files tab is like a container or a filing cabinet for those. The notes tab we've already looked at. It also has its own tab here. We've got the members tab along here. You can add people with different levels of access. If I click on the little question mark on access levels, it will tell you what level of access you can choose members to have on the matter. Won't go into that right now, but we've got a few people in here. The lock icon, you can restrict access. We had a quick look at that. the invoices tab. We won't spend any time on that. Let's spend management. And we've got the activity tab here, the activity icon. This tells you, this is kind of like your audit history of the matter. Next to that, we've got the state, the matter state, active, on hold, or complete. On the right, I can find conversations related and sign. If I click on conversations, these enable me to communicate with members on the matter in a sort of chat-like manner and keep all communications within LawVu. I've got 3 conversations in here. I've got one with external counsel and internal AMC in general. This internal AMC one, I can make these private. So I can have just a specific couple of members on here and keep them private so not everybody can see these chats. And it's just a good way of keeping all the communications contained in the matter. The related icon here, this tells you whether there's a parent master or contract, child master or contract. And then if anything's sent out for signing, this is the contracts and sent out for signing. You can see where they are. Okay, so there are several out of the box dashboards, which what we're looking at here, that you will have access to in LawVu, depending on the modules you use. For matters, I filtered this by year 2024, and I've got a few things down here. So I've got the number of matters, I've got the percentage change in matters from last year, average matter completion time, I've got matters by status, all out of the box, all comes as soon as you purchase the system. And if I click into a particular matter type, let's say active, I've got 76 active matters in here. If I click into this, the number is just going to update from 98 to 76, and I can see the details of those 76 in here. I might like to drill into these as well. I like to see what these 76 matters consist of, and I can click into matter detail, bring up all those matters here. So I can see the name of it, the status, team, category, owners, department, and so forth. If I click away from this 76, it's going to just update it again to 98. And I think the last thing to show you, if you have more than one module, we've just been looking at matters today, you will get data for all of that, for your matters, your contracts, and your spend data in one dashboard. That's what we call the general counsel dashboard, what we're looking at here, current year, quarter. And you can just see details of all your other data points in your GC dashboard. There's a matters and dashboard. And again, out of the box dashboards here for you. So that gives you a high level view of matter management in LawVu. I hope that was helpful.
Thanks, Charlie. Very interesting. So I'm just going to ask some very, very sort of general practical questions here. So
Sure.
if people don't know LawVu and they would like to bring it in, and, this particular feature and others, how do you bring this into your business?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it doesn't take much to bring this into the business. A lot of teams are set up and running in days. Really depends on the level of complexity you need to support your business and your workflows. Key part of the setup is that field data capture configuration that we looked at when you're setting up your matter types. So we have out of the box options, and our team will help you figure that out. That's what customers care the most about. What types of matters and what fields do they want to capture? But it's easy to configure, and it's very easy to change over time. So as I say, you can get up and running in days. Doesn't take much.
Gotcha. And in terms of pricing, I mean, you don't have to give specific numbers, but generally, how is this priced? I mean, they're paying per action. There's just a standard license. How does this work?
Yeah, sure. So pricing is based on an annual subscription. It scales with the number of legal team members actively using the platform. So it varies, but it's worth noting that the matter management plan, so what we've been looking at matter management, includes a lot of out-of-the-box functionality: intake, document management, embedded document comparison, AI-assisted features, and unlimited access for the business to submit requests. We had a quick look at that, and collaborate, and full support from our support team.
Fantastic. And just very, very last question. In terms of jurisdictions, I mean, this presumably can be used in any country, in any jurisdiction. It's not jurisdiction specific.
Not jurisdiction specific. We've got clients based all over the world, lots of different countries and continents. Absolutely, yeah. No holding back there.
Fantastic. Thanks, Charlie. And we'll be hearing a lot more about you. So keep your eye on Artificial Lawyer for more videos about their capabilities. But we've got to leave it there. So thanks, Charlie. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thanks, Richard.